Learn to be active. The views and events expressed here are totally whacked and are not necessarily the views of anyone. Better level of clarity. Wouldn't we all like a better level of clarity? Would we? Do we really? I wonder these things. But at the same time, that's the reason why I do what I do. You know, it's not just for you guys out there, it's for me too. And throughout the time of doing this show, I feel like I have improved in clarity as far as understanding things better, as far as even like synthesizing my own philosophy, you know, sparring with Doc and Pat and Deuce all the time, you know. I have to walk back some of my stuff, if that makes any sense. So then, that's what it is, though. But that's the reason why I like to do this, and that's the same reason why, like, I like to have people who don't agree on all of these topics that we talk about. Because if we just have an echo chamber in here and we're all just agreeing on whatever the hell is the topic, then what is anyone learning? How is anyone growing? And the whole point of it is the growth. So this comes with a bit of pain, discomfort. That's why I say I wonder if people really want a better level of clarity, because the cognitive dissonance, the pain of having to like admit you was wrong, if you will, even though you don't really have to say it. But just the thought of it in your own mind, and you're like, man, I was wrong about that thing. That hurts so bad. It's so tough. A lot of people can't get past that. They get stuck there. But if you want a better level of clarity, then you have to go through that. You have to go through that struggle, that pain, It's gonna hurt, and it hurts every time. Like, and it doesn't get better. You know what I mean? What I mean is, they always say, "Oh, it gets better." No, it doesn't, because what happens? You come around the corner and you discover a whole nother thing, and boom, it hits you like a big bag of bricks, and it do that every time. Like, I can say you kind of get used to it, but it's like getting used to getting hit with a bag of bricks. So I don't know if maybe that's just a callus that's being formed. So, but again, that's the struggle. That's what you have to go through to get that better level of clarity that a lot of people, I think, don't really want. And that's what we're struggling with in our society right now. Um, we we'd rather just sit in the comfort of our own perception, of our own level of clarity, wherever we landed, and just stay within that box and just go along to get along. What's the point of going through all of that pain and all that struggle? Especially in a society that it doesn't reward you for understanding things better. It doesn't reward you for being knowledgeable. And the opposite is actually true. This society that we live in, it's dumbing down people. It makes it easier for you. It kind of just leads you along the way. You don't have to worry about it, and going along to get along, you'll get all kinds of random benefits for doing that, lots and lots of things, like having friends, lots of friends, and having, a good job that makes really good money, vacation time and all of this. Freaking 401k. Yeah, a whole bunch of benefits come along with it. But you go along to get along, and maybe some things, because the way our education system is set up, it teaches you a specific thing for you to specialize in. Okay. So then you'll know a really good amount about that thing. You'll know more about that thing than most other people. And that'll give you a sense of superiority, if you will. It'll make you feel like you have a better level of clarity than many others. And it will be true, but only in the case of that specific thing that you are an expert in. And the thing about the world is there's a whole lot of stuff going on. And there's no way you can be an expert at all these things. So that's the reason why the education is set up for you to focus on something. But it just leaves out the interconnections of these things. So when, and what I like to say is that if you keep learning about one thing, you'll learn about the universe. You have to just keep on going. You have to keep on going. And then you're going to learn about how that thing fits into the bigger picture of everything and how it relates to all the rest of the things. And then you're going to understand other things even better too. I don't know. I think I'm fighting against my own argument. What I'm trying to say is that to get a better level of clarity, you have to look at how the parts fit together. You can't just focus on the puzzle piece. It's like what they say, you can't see the forest for the trees, or you can't see the trees for the forest. It's like that's what we do. We focus on one puzzle piece and we disregard all of the rest of the puzzle, and we pretend that we understand what the picture is. And that's crazy. That's insane. At the end of the day, we have an extremely limited perspective anyways. We have our little two eyes. We're a human. We're a mammal. We, walk on two legs. We walk around the earth. We have a fairly limited time span. The trees, think about those. In their life cycle and how it goes. And you know that it'll be a group of trees, but these trees are not all of them, but a good number of them are the offspring of this one matriarch tree. It's really all the same tree. And then they're also very connected under the ground. The roots share nutrients with each other. It's the part of the tree that you see, no matter how big that tree is, the part that you see is the smaller part of the tree. There's way more of the tree out of your sight that you know nothing about. Zero. Your perception only allows you to see the part of the tree that comes out of the ground and the trunk and the branches and the leaves. We benefit from the fruit and the nuts and stuff. But like I say, that part of the tree is the smallest part. The majority of the tree is out of sight, and it's interwoven and intertwined. And it's also a whole system, and we're like that too. And the universe is like that too. So to be able to understand anything, you have to look at how it fits within the rest of the puzzle. And that's how you find a better level of clarity.
Looks like we got us another hit. Yep.